Leo.
Welcome to the path of the divine feminine, to the path of Mary Magdalene. My friend Veronique and I are taking you on this beautiful journey on the path of Mary Magdalene. Why did we choose this path and to follow Mary Magdalene's path? Because if you look back into the old ages in examples in leadership, Mary Magdalene is an incredible symbol of power, of leadership, with the divine feminine and with the feminine genius that's in every one of us. Because she was a good leader, she was taking care of everything very wisely, and she was leading from the heart. So this is true leadership, is leadership from the heart, and she is such a beautiful example for this. And that's how we choose to follow this path of love.
I totally agree. Very beautiful. Thank you, my dear friend Marion. But yeah, if we take the example of the gospel, Mary Magdalene was called Mary of Magdala, and Migdal in Aramaic means tower, and so Mary Magdalene is really a tower, and she has to be taken as an example for me and for the community, because this tower helps us to resist to the midst of our very difficult situation, this very difficult moment we are living here all over the planet. And Mary Magdalene is really the example to follow, because she's the perfect example of unconditional love. Yeah.
Yes, that's so beautiful. And this love is what connects us as friends, what connects us with you as future friends. And this is what we love to share with you because it shows a deep spiritual connection and it lays out a spiritual path for us. And it's a path that's open to everybody. It's not connected to religion, it's a spiritual path of the heart. It's a heart that's full of love, that's full of creativity, that's full of helping hand, of forgiveness, of compassion, and all these are strengths that we love to have and where we can have a role model that's timeless, where we can learn from today as people were learning from 2000 years ago. And what we will love to share with you is how this love and how this compassion can help you to overcome challenges, that can help you to feel stronger, that can help you to see the light again and to find your beauty and your laughter on this path of the miracles where Mary Magdalene is the first one who experienced the biggest miracles in her lifetime. And I love to pass on again to Veronique.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's really important, and especially nowadays, to have someone to follow, not only a leader, but also we have to remind from where we are coming. It's very important to have this background of our families, of our ancestors, and I'm really fortunate because I live here in this place at the foot of the mountain where Mary Magdalene spent the last 30 years of her life, and this for a long time, because my ancestors came from Italy at the end of the plague in Marseille in 1720. There was a plague in Marseille, and my ancestor came in 1747 to repopulate Provence and to rebuild Provence. So for a long time, we are living in this place at the foot of this mountain, beautiful mountain. And I'm really proud to follow the path of my ancestors, because thanks to them, I have the knowledge of my of my life. I know better. I know from where I come and I know better where I'm going. So like Mary Magdalene, I follow my way and I live in this beautiful place, and I would really like to share it with you, not only to just to have this travel, but also to share these sacred places full of energy, and we can really feel a presence. So I hope that I would be able to transmit this passion and to transmit this energy.
So beautiful. I love it. And I love it when you share your stories and experiences for that, the experiences that are in your ancestry line for so many decades and centuries. And I think that's also something we both have in common. I am from Germany, so my father is German, but my mother is coming from Croatia. And in Croatia, there's also a very strong faith, and I come from a family line that has a lot of Marias and Annas. Also, all my mother name, my grandmother's name, they come from a strong heritage of these powerful names that we also have a lot of beautiful stories with. And what I see is that my mother's family comes from the mountains. So I personally have a very deep connection to mountain spirituality. And we have been visiting the mountains of Sanbom a couple of times together, also with Veronique online. And what you can experience there goes very, very deep, and deep in faith and deep in feeling. And it's something we have just discussed earlier on what is the joy of a spiritual journey. It actually is that you feel something, you can feel something. And I know maybe you know this from your own experience. Many people today are very busy, 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 and hardly have time for themselves. Then they have to check all the to-do lists, the email list, I don't know what, and you can easily lose yourself. And the time that we spend together on the pilgrimage, whether physical in France or any other country or online, it's a time of bonding, it's a time of connecting, it's a time of connecting to the divine field and to the divine feminine that's in us, that can make our lives so joyful. And that's what we love, to open the doors for you. And how do we do it? With our passion and joy and love. We open the door for you for mystical experiences. Maybe you have heard of mystical experiences from great leaders, from great saints like Saint Therese and many others, and Catherine. Really, there are a lot, Saint Francis, Saint Patrick. A lot of great saints had deep mystical experiences. And because there is a divine presence in every one of us, each of us can have such experiences. And I would like to share at this point a little one with you that I have experienced out of many that I was able to experience. And that's a very beautiful one because it can show you how the contact with the divine helps you to open doors. So once on my pilgrimage, I was at a very sacred place in southern France, and I really wanted to enter the crypt in that sacred place, but it was closed to the public. So what did I do? I went to the statue of Mother Mary. I had my rosary with me, and I started praying. I said, "Dear God, please send me someone who has a key to the crypt, because I would really love to go down there, to feel the presence, to be really in a different space and time." And then I started praying and praying, and after the fourth decade of the rosary, I heard noises of a key, and I turned around and I saw a French person with keys, and I really was going to that man and I was telling him I want to go to the crypt. And as I do not speak French yet, we still understood each other. He opened the door for me, and I was so very grateful. And it's just in a very short way of how beautiful these things are, because I had hope, I had a great desire, and I had the passion, and I was really looking for the only solution that I could find at that time. It was praying to the divine field to listen to me. And it was so beautiful that this prayer was answered immediately. And this type of experience we love to share with you, and we love for you to experience them too. And I know Veronique will also share a very beautiful experience of hers with you.
Yeah, thank you, Marion, for sharing this very intimate experience of connection. I had to experience such a thing when I was doing my silent retreat for my MBSR training, and we had to go outside just to be aware of the noise, the sun, and so on. And so I walked, eyes closed, in the courtyard in the sun, and suddenly, without understanding why, I was totally absorbed by the light, and the light of the sun. It comes to me directly, and I was totally inside this light. It was like if I was really the light out of my body, and it's a very strange and at the same time very exciting experience, so powerful that at the end, when you come back, you're just asking yourself it has really happened or not. But it's something that when you had it, you can't never forget. And I've led many tours and spiritual tours for 12 years now, and I could see the people change when they come here, especially at the grotto, or also in small church. It happened in a small church, the Orthodox church in close to Draguignan. People are totally transformed by experiences like this. And so I would like to share this very specific moment that happens maybe once in your life, but it is really something incredible. Yeah.
Yes, it's very touching, and I am sure it touches your heart too. And it's really, once you have this experience and you have experienced it, it's such a treasure in your heart, and it builds up more. It builds you in your faith, in your strength, and it creates an inner power that nobody can take away from you. And I think, especially in challenging times, this inner power that nobody can take away from you is so important. And that is really why we are on this journey together, and why we love to share our knowledge with you, and to see how the spiritual life can change your life forever completely. I am sure you are interested in this question. We're going to answer this in our next video. So come and join us in our next video. We love to see you.
Yeah. See you later.